you're probably eating way too much freaking fat already. So you don't need to add any more fat to your already chunky ass fattening meal. YouTube, welcome back to another Sunday Drive episode. Colin C here on this one. Got some coffee, you know, the usual one with the Miel today. I don't know why we always drink coffee on these things, but here we are. And I'm actually doing a Sunday Drive on a Sunday, so that's rare as well. Here's what we've got today. Something popped in my head really over the weekend, and I want to do a drive on it ever since then. I was going to shoot a video, but my turn to do a drive. Let's get into it. Healthy fats. This is a thing that's been on my mind for a while now, since I've really got into nutrition pretty heavily over the last couple years. Just the other day, this is no shit, we're eating breakfast, and I ordered 3 breakfast tacos, which were awesome. But they had a little bit of a sausage in there, had eggs, had cheese on top, had some, roasted vegetables, whatever, some probably sauteed vegetables, and corn tortillas, I think. So the waitress comes over and she's like, "Hey, sir, would you like to add on some healthy fats, some avocado?" Obviously, I was like, and got me thinking. I'm like, there is literally already, and I didn't say this, obviously, I'm not a douchebag.
You are a humongous douche.
But there is literally already 100 grams of fat in these 3 tacos, and she's asking if I wanted to add more fat. So here's what I really want to get out is, for now on, when you're thinking about adding healthy fat, I need to add some healthy fat to my meals, start thinking that you're adding a shit ton of calories. Healthy fats now mean shit ton of calories. I am so done with people saying about all this extra fat and healthy fat, this and that. It's like when I was watching a Gordon Ramsay cooking show the other day. He was making like some burger in Australia or some bullshit. I don't know. He's all over the place making stuff. Anyways, he's saying, I'm just going to pour a dash. I'm going to pour a dash of olive oil in here to cook the vegetables in, to start, steaming or start sauteing the vegetables. He legitimately probably pours in a half a cup, 3/4 of a cup.
Touch of olive oil in. In she goes with olive oil. I'm going to fry the eggs in butter and olive oil, but I'm going to cook the eggs really slowly, okay? So I'm going to get the oil nice and warm. Butter in there now, so it starts to sort of froth. And I'll crack the egg.
Of olive oil. And he's like, just a dash. I'm like, you just added in, 500 calories to already a meal that has so much fat in it. Here's the thing, is that people don't realize that this statement, that I don't even know where it came from, because I used to fall for it too, of adding healthy fat. Yeah, you may be adding healthy fat, but you're probably, most likely, not low on your fat. You're probably eating way too much freaking fat already. So you don't need to add any more fat to your already chunky ass fattening meal. You don't need to. It's fine. You can skip it. There's probably already so much fat in there and hidden calories that you don't even know about, that you don't need to worry about adding your healthy fats in. You need, remember, there are 4 calories per gram of carb. So 4 calories in a gram of carb. There are 9 calories in 1 gram of fat. So you can eat 2 times plus carbs than you can fat for the same number of calories. So this whole, I run on ketones and my body is keto and blah, blah, blah. No, you may be losing weight on keto because you're cutting out a food group, so you're not eating as much. It's that simple. You're not running some, I'm more satiated after I eat this half of avocado and tiny bit of peanut butter versus 20 rice cakes and, a massive tortilla. No, you're not. You're just eating less, and you're tricking your body long enough to think that you're not that hungry. It's not true, and it's not really all that of a sustainable diet in my opinion, but that's something totally different. I got off topic. I apologize. Anyways, you don't need to be adding all of these healthy fats because you're just adding a shit ton of calories. So what you should think about instead is, because people who are actually counting every little macro and every little calorie know exactly how much fat they're getting and how much carb and blah, blah, blah they're getting. So they are maybe the only ones that possibly need to add in some extra healthy fats. There are very, very few number of people that actually need to add in healthy fats, and you are probably not one of them. Again, adding in fat is probably the highest dense food you can get in caloric wise. There's probably no, I mean, what's higher caloric than a spoonful of freaking peanut butter is 230, ranging from 200 to 250 calories, and you're telling me you're going to get full off of 200 and off of one spoonful of peanut butter versus 7 rice cakes? Come on, that don't even make any goddamn sense. At least make some sense from now on. Stop adding this healthy fat. You're just adding a shit ton of calories, okay? And it's not filling you up anymore. Yeah, you may trick your body long enough to think, well, when I was eating keto, no, you were just in a calorie deficit and you were losing weight. I don't give a flying, and you may have been eating a little bit more protein, because typically if you add in some fat, you're gonna have a little bit more protein, so I'll give you that. But it's probably not enough to even think about. So no, you weren't just eating a bunch of fat and a bunch of protein and losing weight. No, you were simply in a caloric deficit and you were losing weight that way. It wasn't because you added in carbs. I mean, it is so stupid, the things I've heard about people talk about carbs. And then they'll add, no problem, we'll slice up 2.5 avocados and put it on our avocado toast. You mean the highest caloric toast you've ever eaten? Yeah, that ain't no avocado healthy fat toast. Are you kidding me? That's a whole burger. You might as well be eating a pot roast. I mean, in the amount of fat you're eating, you might as well just go chew on fat. Avocado toast, where did this become popular? I mean, do you love it? Great. Here's another thing. If you like it, if you enjoy it, can you do everything you want to do in your life? Can you run around with your kids? Can you, are your hormones obviously staying the same, which I'm assuming they are because most people are getting plenty of fat? Are you being able to do the things you want to do? You feel good, you like the way you look, then guess what? Keep adding your healthy fats. Keep adding your shit ton of calories. Go ahead. It seems to be working for you. I'm not saying stop doing that. I'm saying stop doing that if you actually want to lose a little bit of weight. I mean, think about it. If you just add 50 grams of fat, of your healthy fat, if it's extra olive oil, if it's extra butter, if it's some peanut butter, if it's, whatever it is, if it's a bunch of avocado, whatever healthy fat you think you're eating that you're not getting enough of, that you're not tracking, that you don't know anyway, so it's already a bullshit argument. But let's say that you're not getting enough of it and you're just going to add an extra 50 grams a week of your healthy fats. Okay, so you just added an extra roughly 500 calories that week, right, of pure fat. So you added 500 times 52. Go ahead and do the math. 3,500 calories is a pound of fat. So how many pounds of fat did you just add to your year? 500 times 52. I mean, how many did you just add to your whole entire year? Are you getting fatter because you're adding in your healthy fats that you already got plenty of? It don't make any sense. God, stop cussing. It don't make any sense though. I mean, help a brother out for once. Stop adding. So if you get anything from this Sunday drive, stop adding in healthy fat, or stop calling it healthy fat. Start calling it shit ton of calories, because that's what you're adding. You're not adding healthy fat. 99.999% of people get plenty of fat and plenty of healthy fat, because there are so many hidden calories in your food, because a lot of us don't make all of our food all week every time at home. So you don't even know how many calories are in your food. So the fact that people, I mean, someone from the gym just the other day came up to me and she's like, and just didn't know, you know, she's like, oh yeah, my husband likes to add in a lot of extra fat for healthy fats. I'm like, well, your husband's like 6'6" and like the biggest freaking strongest dude I've ever seen. You can't eat an extra 3 avocados a week by adding in healthy fats. You can't do that. Healthy fats are already in pretty much everything you're eating, the meat, your eggs, whatever else you've got going on. A lot of your, your dairy products, your nuts and your seeds, which I think is crazy. Why do people eat so many nuts and seeds? Stop eating them. You get a handful, a little baby ass handful, this much seeds for 300 calories of all fat. You don't need it. On top of your salad, you know why your salad's so calorically dense? Not only because of the extra ranch you're throwing on top, but let's throw that out of there, because of the nuts and seeds on top of it. That's why your salad goes from a 300 calorie salad to 850 calories of a bunch of fat, because they put on a couple handfuls of nuts and seeds. So I'm not here to hate on all the fat, because I know I'm probably going to get some comments of, oh, you're just hating on fats. No, I'm telling you, simply put, that you get enough fats. Your chunky ass got enough fats, so stop adding more fat. Fat is fat. If you're eating it, it's too high calorie, very, very low density. It doesn't fill you up. And oh, if I eat more fat, I get fuller. Do ya? If you eat a bunch of more fat, number one, yeah, you probably will get somewhat fuller, but comparatively to carbs, you're not going to. Because here's why. Your volume can be doubled if you eat double carbs versus your fat intake. So yeah, fat may keep you fuller a little bit longer, but you have to eat so much of it that you're so far over your calories that it doesn't matter anymore. So again, I truly believe that we've got to stop using these terms like healthy fats. Yes, healthy fats are great. They're pivotal. They're super important. And that's another video we're going to go over of why you need them in your diet. But stop adding them to all your meals. You've got plenty of fat, right? Do you have extra fat on your body right now? Yeah, well, most of us have extra fat, yeah. I mean, that's pretty healthy to have some extra fat laying around. Do you want to get rid of some of that healthy fat? Well, yeah, I do. Then stop eating a bunch of extra healthy fat. You're already getting enough, okay? And if you're not getting enough, that's because you've been so meticulous on how many calories you're eating that you are already on the road to like IFBB pro shit. I mean, you are on a different level of what we're talking about here. We're not talking about those people. I'm talking about 99.9% of the people in the world, and specifically in America, are eating plenty of fats. So if you got anything from this talk, stop adding healthy fats to your meals if you want to lose a little bit more weight. Or you can just start thinking about it in that way. Or just keep your healthy fats in and understand that when they say I'm adding healthy fats in, albeit whatever we've talked about in this video, peanut butter, avocado, olive oil, butter, whatever it is, think shit ton of calories. If you start thinking healthy fats, shit ton of calories, you may just lose the extra pounds that you've been wanting to lose. It sounds crazy, but little changes like that over a year's time is the difference between losing 10 pounds of fat and gaining 10 pounds of fat. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I had to get this video out. If you've added a shit ton of calories to your meals, go ahead and like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys being with us today.